It's time to see what's buzzing in these digital streets. Well, Golden State's Warriors forward Andrew Wiggins received his COVID-19 vaccine and is now eligible to play at home games. Now, this comes after the San Francisco Department of Public Health made vaccines mandatory for indoor events. Up until now, the vaccination status of Wiggins was unclear. When questioned about the possibility of missing games for not being vaccinated at Warriors Media Day, Wiggins told reporters, quote, "It's my problem, not yours." And Wiggins had also requested a religious exemption, but it was declined by the NBA. You know what? When you only go to church on Easter and Mother's Day, I don't know if you can claim religious exemption. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know when he goes to church or what his religion is. It was a good try. It didn't work for Muhammad Ali either, but good try. I think the main thing was he was like, I'm going to miss out on $350,000 per game, give or take. And he was like, let me go ahead and get this shot in my arm. I would have the same thing, brother. I'm not mad at you. I'm glad he's going to be safe and keeping other people safe by getting the vaccine and being able to keep all that money in his pocket. That is a lot of money. I wouldn't have questioned it. I would have been like, give me the shot as soon as they made it mandatory. All right. Well, also in the news, rapper and businessman Akon is sticking to his previous statements that rich people and famous people have more issues than poor people. Now, TMZ caught up with Akon, who talked more about his controversial remarks, which he made last month following an untimely death of actor Michael K. Williams. Akon telling the outlet that he previously was actually happier when he was poor because he had less problems. You know that saying, more money, more problems. Well, the Grammy-winning artist went on to apologize to those affected by his remarks, adding that he did not intend to come across as arrogant. Well, unfortunately, he did. And a lot of people, you should see the memes. If you haven't, go check out some of the memes. You know what? At the end of the day, everyone has problems. Some poor people can't afford medicines and drugs. Some rich people can afford too many drugs. And then you got to factor the thing in, like you said, more problems or more money, more problems. That's especially a problem. But the thing is, a lot of those rich people have the money to find solutions to their problems and to find someone to help them make it through those situations when a lot of poor people don't. So we just have to think about the people other than us. Live in someone else's shoes for a day. You might find out that your problems aren't as bad as you thought they were. Someone always has it worse than you. So count your blessings because it could be worse. It can come like that and it can I snap? Let me just try that, like that. My right hand's better. It can come and go just like that. So only by the grace of God, there go I, as they say. All right, my boy, Nick Cannon, we look like twins, a lot of people say. I don't see it, but he stopped by Drink Champs to talk about a range of different topics, including his celibacy vow. That's right, this guy, celibacy. Cannon told the host, "I'm celibate right now, and I'm going to see if I could make it to 2022. And Cannon says that his current focus is to be the best father that he can be, and I'm sure he is, and the best businessman. We know that to be true. The entertainer currently has 7 kids with 4 women, welcoming 3 of those children, by the way, with 2 different women over the summer. Whew, that's a lot of math. And I give this celibacy thing maybe 2 weeks. I think he's just a little too tired or too busy right now from all those kids. And he's like, I just need a break. I don't want no more accidents, no more kids, whether planned or unplanned. But I got to give it up to him. He can afford to take care of those kids. He loves his kids. You could tell by the joy when he talks about his kids and when he's with his kids. He seems like one of those very involved fathers. So I think this is one of those things that Akon was talking about when he says more money, more problems. If Nick Cannon didn't have all that money, he wouldn't have to worry about all these women chasing after him to have all these babies. I'm just saying, more money, more problems. Congratulations to that wonderful father and all the work that he's doing, and his new show, by the way. Good stuff. All right, now to this. Journalist Katie Couric making headlines for new claims made against Denzel Washington while on Everything Iconic with Danny Pellegrino. Now, on this podcast, Couric recalled a 2004 sit-down with the actor, and Couric said that she felt Washington kind of jumped all over her after he misconstrued a question regarding whether Hollywood folks should stick to acting. Now, she later claims that that interview left her shaken and described Washington's reaction as weirdly uncalled for. Now, this comes just days after Grey's Anatomy actress Ellen Pompeo went public about a heated exchange that she had with Washington back in 2006. So again, you know what? Everyone's allowed to have a bad day or two. And maybe he was just very sensitive about being a director and stepping into these new shoes and felt that they were coming for him, so he had to bounce back a little bit. He didn't put his hands on them, even though he could have had his wife do it. He was just got a little stern with his voice, maybe. I want to see the tape. I don't think anything you can say is going to stir people away from still loving Denzel Washington. Like I said, people love some Denzel, and just that one cry for Katie, that one tear, we'll give you a little cry. I'll play the small violin in the meantime. But hey, you both went on to do great things, so just leave it at that. And hopefully they resolve some of their issues by now, and they can keep it moving and be friends at some point in life. I don't know, but still. Denzel, we got your back.